Hey, this is Greg, and I wanted to share with you a training that I call the Wicked Smart Pricing Strategies. I just couldn't get it into the live training that you registered for, so I thought, let me throw this in because this is such crucial information that every e-commerce marketer should know. I thought I'd just share it real separately. It's real short, real to the point. You can watch it over and over again if you need to, but it's really, you're going to grasp this concept really simple. But I want you to do is get a piece of paper and a pencil because I'm gonna have you write down some guesses, some numbers. We're gonna have some fun here. So let me dive right into what we're going to cover here. Here's the goals for the next few minutes. I'm going to share some strategies and some tactics you can implement immediately to make you more money if you already have an e-commerce business. So the agenda is, I want to point out to you the number one reason people don't buy from you. Now again, go ahead, write down right now, what do you think that is? What's the number one reason people don't buy from an e-commerce store? It's pretty interesting. If you don't know this, you're really missing out, and it's going to be very valuable to you. Most people do get this. Number two, I'm going to go over this pricing strategies that's going to get you more traffic, more sales, and more money in your pocket. And by virtue of you learning this, it's going to show you how you can get the best return on investment for your time and your money. No one wants to waste time trying to sell stuff. No one wants to waste money trying to sell stuff that doesn't work. We're going to help you figure that out with this one strategy. Number two, this strategy is also going to show you how to beat the competition who has a bigger marketing budget. You're going to walk all over them. Take them to the bank. Okay, ready? So let's do this. What's the number one thing that keeps people from buying from you? I hope you wrote that down. Here it is, trust. If people don't trust you, they're worried about getting the item, they're worried about not getting their money back. That's what they're worried about, trust. So you got to figure out what builds trust. So one of the first things with any e-commerce website, you start here. You have to put the things that build the trust. So here's some things that everyone's familiar with. You got the VeriSign secured, and you got Microsoft Gold Partner, and you got BBB, and you got McAfee secured, GeoTrust. You've seen these before. You need to get things like this on your website, in your shopping cart. That helps build trust. This is what helps build trust. So this is something that you have to do. You need to do it. It's going to increase your conversions, increase your ROI. Here's an example of which badge gives you the best sense of trust when paying online. Norton, McAfee, Trusty. Look at that. Norton, by long shot, is getting the best trust out there with the survey that was done. Pretty cool information. Simple. Go get Norton. Get it, powered by VeriSign. Get that on your site. It's going to help you increase trust, which increases sales. Okay, it's just really simple. So then you say to yourself, what else can build trust? And there's a lot of things. Social proof is what can build trust. Happy customers, product reviews, websites, social media accounts. Like if you go to a store and you go, I like this store, I want to buy this, and you go search for them on social media and you can't find a Twitter, you can't find an Instagram, you can't find a Pinterest, you can't find a Facebook, you're going to lose trust, you're done, you're gone. Conversely, if you have all those things, it helps build trust. So that's why all this stuff matters, right? And let me give you an example of social proof with just customer testimonies. So here's, I'm going to link off to the internet, live internet here. And here's a store called Planet Me Tea. And they got a basic thing where they're selling a picture. You can upload your picture and put it on a t-shirt, a coffee mug, and different things. But there's no customer testimonies, right? You got a little buyer reviews. You got some little things here, but there should be some testimonies. So let me show you. That's not as good, and here's good. So this is a campaign that I did with my son, and we're selling these heat-changing golf mugs. Pretty cool, right? The heat-changing golf mug at movementtowards-improvement.us. But he was running ads to get this coffee mug, and before he had any happy customers who sent pictures in, and the sales were dismal. We put these up, and instantly conversions went up like by 500%. So just a picture of the person, a little quote that they gave us, and this increased conversions like 500%. Literally, there was like no sales going on, like one sale out of 200 visitors, and then put these up 12, 15, actually it was more than 500%. It was like 12, 15 sales per like 150 visitors. So it was just an amazing, I should get the real numbers for you on that, but I'm just telling you, customers, happy customers, social proof helps convert sales. So you guys have seen it, you've probably used it. So that's what kind of builds trust. Think about with your store, with your site, what can you do on every page on your site with your privacy policy, your refund policy, your About Us page, your social media to help increase trust. Because I promise you, people that want to buy from you, they're going to look at you and look around, and they're going to do their homework. Here's another interesting thing that it's kind of relevant that I thought I'd share real quick, and that is the top reasons for abandoning a shopping cart: shipping costs. Shipping costs. Look at that. Like the top 3 or 4 had to do with shipping. And my order value wasn't large enough to qualify for shipping. Shipping and handling costs were listed too late during the checkout process. The estimated shipping time was too long. So, and they didn't want to register for an account. So these are the kind of things that you got to get in the right community. You got to be in the right training and the right education. So you learn these little things that are going to help you be successful as an e-commerce marketer. Okay, so let's dive into the pricing strategy, because this is huge. So let's say we're selling this T-shirt right here, and it's a T-shirt with our logo on it. It's not that good of an example, because it's just a logo, and typically only people are going to buy a logoed shirt are raving fans of that brand. So, but what if that was just a really super cool design of something and you were marketing it? Here's where we want to start with all of your products. It doesn't matter if it's a piece of jewelry, if it's a poster, if it's canvas art, if it's a coffee mug, if it's whatever it is, right? Take your product cost, and in this example, the product cost is $8.25. Then we're going to add on 75 cents in a merchant fee, because we're going to pay a little bit of money to PayPal or Stripe or Authorize.net, whoever does your merchant accounting. You're going to pay them a little bit. And then I'm going to say my marketing spend, my marketing budget, my customer acquisition cost, I don't want to spend more than $4 to get a customer to buy this shirt or this piece of jewelry. Maybe that's $6, maybe that's $8. And I guess it depends on the product and your market and who that is. But in this scenario, we're going to say product cost $8.25, merchant fee 75 cents, marketing spend $4. So our total cost is $13. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start to sell that shirt for $13. We're going to list it online, and we're going to do our Facebook ads, and we're going to do our marketing, and we're going to sell it for $13 for 2 days. And you're going, Greg, why would I sell it for $13? That's break even. I don't make any money. Well, here's why. If you don't sell any at 13, do you think you'll sell any at 15? Do you think you'll sell any at 25? So what happens is typically most people come out and they go, I want to sell my t-shirts for $24 or $19, and they put a good design on a shirt and it doesn't sell because they got the price too high. So the idea is we want to figure out our pricing. So what we teach and what we want you to do is figure out your costs, put it up online, and sell it for 2 days. Now let's assume that people are loving this and we're making sales at $13. So for 2 days, we sell it at $13. We don't make any profits. We know that. And then we raise the price $2. And then we market it for 2 days. And then we're going to see what our sales are, and we're going to see what our profit is. Then we're still selling shirts. Okay, so they're still selling. So, okay, let's mark it up $2 more. So now we market it for 2 more days at $17 a shirt. And we see how many sales we get, and we can see what our profit is. And we're still selling shirts. Sales are still going good. Then we bump the price to $19 for 2 days, right? And then sales are still going, and we get to $21. So you can see the point here is you just keep raising your price, a particular increment. You're advertising and marketing to the exact same demographic, the exact same audience as far as your demographics, and you're going to bump the price, in this case, $2 for 2 days, $2 for 2 days, $2 for 2 days, right? Really, really simple concept. And then when that product quits selling, you know you've hit the top of the price point, and it's not going to sell at that price point anymore. So I hope that makes sense. Very simple concept. Okay, so let's look at the numbers here. So the first 2 days, we made 24 sales at $13 a shirt, but we didn't make any profit. Now we have 24 customers, and we broke even, and we can market them stuff in the future, but we did not make any profits. So now we're going to go, okay, that's good, let's raise the price. So then what we do is we raise the price to $15, and then we made 18 sales. So you can see the sales dropped off a little bit, but we did make 18 sales at $15. I said, okay, that's good. We moved the price up to $17 a shirt, and we marketed it for 2 days, and we made 16 sales. So sales are still coming in, but we did make less sales. And then we raised the price to $19, and you can see we made 14 sales, but we're still making 14 sales, going okay. And then we raised the price to $21, and we made 12 sales, right? So you go, okay, you're making sales all the way along there. So now the question is, and this is where the riddle comes in, if we made 16 sales at $17 and 12 sales at $21, where's the biggest profit, right? So let's look at the profit margin. So the first day we made 24 sales, but we made 0 profit. We have 24 customers. Our second, after going on the third and fourth day, we made 22 sales, and our cost was $13 a shirt, but now we made 15, so we made $2 per shirt, so we multiplied $2 times 22 sales, we made $44 in profit. Then the next 2 days, we only made 20 sales, but now we made $4 a shirt. So you multiply $4 per shirt, the difference between 17 and 13, times 20 sales, and now we made $80 a shirt, $80 in profit. Now you take that up to the next set at $19, and we had 14 sales, and we made $84 in profit. And then at $21, we made 9 sales and made $72 in profit. So here's what you do when you're doing e-commerce. You implement strategies like this to figure out your profit margins, to figure out what's working. And based on this scenario, you might say my best price point is $17. And the reason I would say $17 is because you almost made as much money as a $19 price point, but you had 6 more customers. 6 more customers are more likely to buy something from you in the future, so you end up making more money in the long run. So you have to take into consideration how many customers you get, what your profit margins are, and what you're really looking for in your overall marketing strategy. But I will guarantee you this, if you don't do things like this, and if you don't test your price points, you're not going to know what your most profitable price point was. And you'd be amazed at the numbers and how they come in and how they can change and really enlighten you to the best price point for what you're doing. So it's super cool stuff, and you definitely need to implement this strategy. So with that, that's what I wanted to share with you today. I think that you're going to get your best ROI. You are going to beat out your competition that's not doing this. You're going to be able to figure in and dial in your price points, figure out exactly what's working. And anybody, even if they have a bigger marketing budget, you're going to blow them away because they can't compete with somebody who knows how to do e-commerce and knows their pricing strategy. So keep in mind for our upcoming training, we're going to be emailing you the reminders with the links to the live training. So please add those reminders to your calendar on your mobile phone. You do not want to miss this live training where we're going to go over this everything you need to do to build a successful e-commerce business, 7 figures. And again, if you need anything, please reply back to any one of our emails with any questions you may have, and our team will get back to you as soon as possible. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. We'll see you on the live training.